Hey everyone. Okay, so another box opening today. I know they're coming fast and furious, but hey, that's what I do. That's what this channel is all about. I'm trying to give you guys as much information as I possibly can so that you can make informed decisions on products that you want to buy. And hunting season's coming up, so I tend to stock up on hunting stuff, and I needed some arrows. If you watched my last video, I'll link it up here. The arrows I bought were not great, so I wanted to go with something solid, something that is well-known brand and something that's been tested again and again as a good arrow for hunting. So we got them right here. I bought a dozen. Tried to find the best price I possibly could on, I think these came from eBay, an eBay seller. Let's open them up. These are shafts too, so this time I did not get any fletchings on these, which is good, which I prefer, right? Alright, here we go. Nice looking arrow so far. Got the green knocks, I love it. A lot of arrows. I literally never buy, unless they're like super cheap. I don't buy 12 arrows at a time. I typically buy just the 6, half dozen. Easton Access, my friend, and they come with the hit inserts and the tools. They are a 400 spine. I have Easton Access arrows. They have this coating over top of them though, and they are 500 spine, and I wanted to increase the poundage on my hunting bow to around 50 pounds, so you know, I thought that they might be a little bit weak. I want to try these out, 400s. I can definitely make these work, I think, but let's put these together. Easton Access arrows, not a bad looking arrow, really nice. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to get a pack like this when you get Easton Access arrows. And you're going to take it out. And you're going to notice there's some epoxy in here. And this is what they recommend you put these HIT inserts in. I'm going to use these again. And here's the tool to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a minute. I'm going to use these HIT inserts. They're fine. They're good. I do want to talk a little bit about the arrows though first. These are match grade Easton Access. So these are the more expensive ones. These are 0.001 straightness. I believe that they are. Okay, let's get a tape measure. So if you're measuring arrows, if you ever have to measure arrows, it's from the inset of the nock. Right there, not the tip of the nock, but right on the inset. Right there. And you measure from there to the very end. So these are exactly 32 inches long. All right, so 32 inches, that's pretty long. And so there's lots of room to tune these. But I'm not going to tune these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune these. I'm going to put these HIT inserts in with some hot melt. Because what I want to do is I want to tune these arrows. I want to do a bare shaft and see whether or not they fly straight with my bow setup. All right, let's go do that now. I sound so serious. It's only archery, guys. It's fun. You know, you don't want to mess up arrows. They're expensive, but it's just for fun. All right. Let's go do it. Okay, you know what? I originally was going to go take you back to where I have this station set up, but I thought since it's portable, and that's kind of what I made it for. I didn't make this actually. This is a cutting board. I don't know if my wife knows that it's out of the kitchen yet or not, but I've had it for like 2 years. So I have this cutting board and I screw down my fletching jig to it. And this is where I do all my glue ups and all that stuff. And it's just a mess. And eventually I'll have to sand it back down again. But it's a great way to just kind of pick up and move things, put them wherever you want, put them in front of the TV as you're making arrows. That sort of thing. So anyway, this is where I'm going to do it. We're going to do it right here, right now. All right. So I've got this crappy blue glue stick. This worked terribly on my last arrows, but you know what? It is low heat melt. So I'm going to heat it up, put a dab on here, and yep, get ready to push this in. So let's just take a random one. This guy volunteered. Sorry. Put a dab of glue on there. That's a lot. I'm literally going to heat this up and push it in. So it's a massive dab on there, but that's okay, I think. We'll see. I'm just going to twist it on until I get to this very end. I'm going to slowly roll this off. Alright, so once you've put it in, check it, make sure it's seated properly, and that should be good. Now that's a bear shaft, so I'm just going to shoot this a few times and see whether or not it flies straight out of my hunting rig. Alright, let's go do that now. Okay, going to be bear shafting this Easton Access 400 spline arrow, 200 grain tip out of my 40, it's around 46 pound WF-19, Uka limbs, super fast. Let's shoot some downrange. I probably only need one or two arrows to see whether or not they're flying correctly. So let's do this. That was really strange. Maybe I'll need more than one or two. They are porpoising, but they are left and right. They're fine. Keep checking it out. All right, as a beginner, I would typically say porpoising is my knocking point, but I don't see that as a big issue. So I changed the tip to a 150 from a 200. I don't want to go much less than a 150 because of my broadhead setup. Oh, no, now it's like perfect. Like perfect, perfect, perfect. Not a great release, and still into the target perfectly square. So we're good. I don't have to chop those arrows at all. On 150 is fine. It just means I don't have to put a collar on my broadheads, but I might anyway. And then we'll see how the broadheads fly. But I'm going to leave that one bare shafted. I'm actually going to do up some feathers, some trad veins on there. I'll show you putting the trad veins on. If you don't know what trad veins are, you'll be able to see them. They're like plastic veins, but they're very flimsy plastic veins. I don't know how to explain it too well. And they allow you to shoot off the shelf. And you notice I'm shooting off the shelf here. I just find for hunting setup that I don't want to shoot like a springy rest. Springy rest might be okay, but still anything that hangs out too far on this side, it's just strange to me. Let's go put some veins or some feathers, veins I guess, on these Easton Access arrows. Okay, trad veins. These ones are orange ones. They are 4-inch trad veins. They are pretty popular now, and they're just rubber veins, but they're a lot thinner, and so as they slide through the shelf or whatever, they're able to fold out of the way. I don't know how that works. but apparently it does. It doesn't. It's no worse than feathers. So I've got 4-inch vanes. I don't know that that's 100% true, but I know that a lot of people are using them now. So why don't we give it a shot? There's 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, let's just do a 3. We're gonna do a 3 fletch on these. So I'm going to take just a random arrow, place it into the jig. You can see on my jig here I have a mark, and that's where the back of the fletching goes, no matter if that's a feather or these trad vanes. And the other thing is, they say don't clean these, just leave them as is. And I'm going to be using Gorilla Glue. This is basically a super glue. It's the yellow, and the reason I'm using the yellow is because it has a has this little applicator here, and the applicator is fan-freaking-tastic. Let's pick this up. Sorry about the noise. And just apply like you normally would on a feather. Place it in the jig as far back as it'll go. Push down. All right, just wait. I don't know how long you were supposed to wait, but it's super glue, so give it a little another push. Hold on to your arrow. Take it off. Turn and repeat. Make sure your arrow is always seated in. When you turn it, sometimes it'll pop out a little bit further. Make sure you push it in so it's seated properly, and you won't have to worry about alignment. It's kind of important when you pull it back to your face. Some people use the feather on the tip of the nose. I used to, I don't anymore. All right. So now just kind of give a quick inspection of your feather. Make sure it's on correctly. Now what I like to do is, again, this comes in handy. So just a tip, just on the tip of the feather, glue it down. And on the back. Doesn't take much, especially with this cool applicator. Okay, we're at 15 yards. I have my Easton Axis Pro, I want to call them Pro or something, match grade arrows. 0.001 deflection on these, or straightness, I guess. They have the trad vanes on there, which look incredibly ugly. I've shot them a few times, and there's a little bit of rips here. I would never do this again. These 3-inch or 4-inch, maybe the 5-inch or the 5-inch, the 3-inch are better, but these just look terrible. And then I got some new points in. The field points for these, because they're the hit inserts, they're weird. So I'm not sure. They're just a weird size, so it was hard to get these. These are actually pretty nice though. Just got those off Amazon. And I'm using my WF-19 riser with the Uka Evo EX1 limbs. Just going to shoot downrange here at the back half of a target, a deer that I have, because it's all brown. I kind of like shooting at brown when I'm getting ready to hunt. Yeah, let's just put a few downrange and see what happens. Okay, so the one just went just high, got in between, hit the wall. This hit the wall at 16 yards, a 45-pound bow, shooting at about, I'd say close to 200 feet per second. And the only damage is to the tip. The arrow was squeaky clean. The knock didn't even come out. Well, see, the knock's just out a slight bit. I'm looking for damage. I can't see anything. Well, that was a good test. Yes, that was actually what I was doing. I was testing to see whether these are strong arrows or not. Guess what? They're strong arrows. Successful test. But the other 5 arrows grouped pretty good. There was 2 that were just to the left, and that is, and I didn't feel them on my nose, those 2, so I'm thinking I probably put them in. I'll have to check the tape, but I think I probably put them in the cock feather on the inside, and it is getting a little bit of contact with the riser. I'll just have to check these again, but you can see putting, and I never have these problems. This is coming off. You know, I haven't shot these very much at all. You know, this is coming out. It's chipped. Like when you hit them, when you get another arrow next to them, yeah, almost every single one of them is terrible. I probably will take those off, get some 3-inch versions of that and see if that works better. Let's go back to the desk. I'll give you the final review. Okay, let's wrap this up. These are the Easton Access arrows. I put trad vanes on there that were 4-inch. They're terrible. Don't do these. They do not stick on. These were clean shaft. I used super glue on the vanes, and they're still coming off. They just rip too easy. They get hit, and when they get hit by these tips, which are, again, I want to show you those tips again. These are pretty sweet. They screw on, and they're 100 grain, but they're very flush with these arrows. So I don't know what the size is. I'll leave it here somewhere in the comments. But they're not easy to find. They're not like your typical 5/16. So yeah, no more trad vanes. These suck. But putting these together, it's been a pleasure. I mean, when you get them on and they stay on, they fly pretty good. If they get any sort of tear or rip in them whatsoever, they make a huge amount of noise. So you can see that this one already has, let me just show you another one. So you can see that this one has like a little tear in it there. That makes a lot of noise when it's flipping through the air and spinning. That's not good when you're hunting. So yeah, I guess if you don't use them to practice, sure, you can take them out. I think I'm not going to give up on them. I might grab another some 3-inch ones. These are 4-inch, and see how the 3-inch look. These ones just look grungy. They look all wavy and weird. Okay, so those are those tips. But then I have these, and you'll see a video of me shooting my 125 grain. These are stingers. They're inexpensive. I think you get, I don't know how much you pay for them anymore, but you get like a pack of 3. I've always had success with these. I've always killed my animal when I've hit them with this. Always. I've had one pass through, and I got these as well, which are pretty cool. So this is you can hardly see these, so I'm just going to show you the pack. Focus on those. Okay, good. So those are collars that go over top of your shaft, just like so. And then these screw in. So it's sort of like a coupler. And then it becomes very flush there. And it's actually really nice. And so, I don't know, a little extra weight. What do these weigh? This is my scale. It seems very, very accurate. That's what it looks like. There's a link in the description below. If you go there and use my Amazon affiliate code, I would really, really, really appreciate it. It would help out a lot. But the reason I'm showing you this is because when you talk about arrow weight scale, if you put that into Amazon, it'll come up with like a $30 scale. This one's like $9, and it doesn't have the fancy thing that you can put on there, but you can make a plastic something or other to hold the arrow on so it doesn't go forward. But anyway, it works almost identically. So let's weigh with the my broadhead on there that I'm going to shoot. This is in grains. See, these are good weight arrows. I love them. That's 460 grains. This arrow is 460 with the tip on it. So it's usually 10 grains per pound of draw weight. So I'm drawing like 46 pounds, somewhere around there, 46 pounds. Now, like I said before, those limbs spit these out downrange a lot faster than normal. But still, 460 is not terrible. I know that other guys are shooting in the 600s. That's insane. But yeah, these fly fantastic. I just don't like the sound that's coming out of these vanes when I shoot. You can definitely hear a noise. Anyway, so what's my final review? Best arrows I've ever shot in my life. These Easton Access. And again, they're called Easton Access Match Grade. Heavy duty arrow. I shot one into the wall and it didn't break it. It busted the tip up. It survived. These are not going anywhere. These are absolute rubbish. Do not ever buy these 4-inch feathers. I don't care. You can leave many comments below. I would never buy these again. Not on my life. And I love these Stinger, these Hornet Stingers, I think they're called. And they're 4 blades, so they got bleeders here and the 2 big broad blades. They're sharp as anything right out of the box, and they seem to be very well balanced. So anyway, and then get these collars for them too. So these are smaller diameter shaft. I can't see me not doing pass-throughs this year with this. If I get on a deer, if I get on a couple. Sorry, he's got to get on 3. I get 3 tags. Get a muley this year, I hope. Anywho, so that's my final review. Easton Access arrows. Those arrows, if you're a hunter and you want the best arrows that you can possibly buy, I don't see that they can get much better than that. Those are 400s out of a 45-pound bow with 125 up front. Beautiful, beautiful. Nothing else to say other than great job, Easton. I love them. I love your arrows. Okay, that's it. We're wrapping it up. If there's any questions, you got anything, you want to know anything about these arrows, leave a comment below. Like, subscribe to this channel. What is wrong with you? If you've gotten this far, dude, we're friends already. Just subscribe. Don't be like that, all right? Anyway, I love it. All my subscribers. We're almost at 1,000. Which is blowing me away. I love all you guys, man. Leave comments, good or bad. I like it either way. Just interacting with different trad archers. Love it. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Until we talk again, enjoy the great outdoors. Be safe.